Hello, guys. It's
John.
and I'm Ken, guys. And we have another episode of our Speakeasy podcast.
Welcome to part 2, episode number 100.
100.
We made it.
Technically, this is probably more like realistically
103.
Yeah, 103, 104, because we had some little episodes in between of like fun things we did and everything like that.
We did your bourbon. We did
Drink,
60 minutes of drinking.
Yeah, Power Hour. Yeah,
Power
we
Hour.
had a couple interesting throw-in episodes in there, but
But officially, we call this 100.
yes, we'll call it officially. This is our 100 because it's our regular podcast that we do.
And we haven't missed a week.
Yeah, we've missed a week when John had COVID. I think that one time we missed a week.
What's his name? Jay. What's his name? Jay stepped in for me.
Did he really?
Yeah.
No, I feel like we missed 1 week.
Stop.
I think I remember us saying we missed a week. We understand. We know.
Stop, Ron. Stop.
Anyway, we got to go back to the tapes for that one. But yes, last episode we talked about our experiences at the distilleries we went to in Kentucky recently, and the blast that we had doing it. And we didn't touch as much on who we were with, which was pretty cool.
We were with Poor Man's Poison. We said their name 100 times in the last couple episodes, but
Yes.
it was an exciting thing for us.
Yes.
And we're going to go over our trip as a whole. We talked about the distilleries. Now we're going to go over the trip from the day we got there to the day we left and our experience with the guys.
Yeah.
And,
And yeah, just kind of what because we're obviously, you guys know. I mean, come on. We've had them on the podcast a couple times. We've had Dustin on here too, talking about beer and nerding out with talking about beer and stuff like that. And obviously we're big fans of these guys, and we support them. Also, by the way, a couple weeks ago, Dr. Villain,
new music by Dr. Villain. That's Ryan and Dustin's side project.
Side project, exactly.
Sounds similar to Poor Man's Poison. So if you're into them, you're going to be definitely into Dr. Villain. Please check them out on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you listen to your music. Check out Dr. Villain. They came out with 3 songs?
Yeah, I think it was 3. Yeah,
2 songs and an outro, 3 songs.
Yeah, but people, you just don't realize what is involved and what goes into making this music. What kind of time is being put in to create these songs? It's
Hanging
not
out with
something.
them and going over the
Yeah,
process.
it's not
it's
something.
mind-blowing.
It's not something that happens in a week. There is so much
It's a lot of
involved,
layers.
and these guys have to dedicate so much time.
And they do everything themselves. There's no producer. There's no help. There's none of this, none of that. Dustin kind of, runs the show with all that stuff, all in the background stuff.
I mean, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in between there, man, just to create this amazing music that they're putting out, And it's pretty cool. I'm going to say it right now because we're talking about experiences with them. One of the coolest things was listening, because when we got to Kentucky, it was a Wednesday. They just released that day, and they put it on the speakers while we're hanging out with them. I was like, this is pretty surreal.
And it's great because they wouldn't take, this doesn't sound good because it's on, a little JBL speaker on a patio by the pool.
Yeah.
And they're like, this doesn't sound good. And then the next day, they got in the car.
Yes.
And they blasted it with the speakers. And we're like,
Wow. It was fantastic. Check it out, guys. It's available. I just picked mine up. So we arrived on the Sunday. That Monday, I went on Amazon and bought the album. Is it considered? I guess it's considered like almost like an LP, I guess, or something like that. But or EP. I always get those P's confused. But PP. No, it's more. It's not a PP, but
what are we drinking before we start?
Fantastic. But yes, we're still in the fall mood, guys. We're still here. It is still fall. And what do you like when it's fall time? You like a little apple pie, I think.
I like this side of the bottle.
Okay, John, I'm going to show you what John is looking at.
No, don't show.
Oh, I'm sorry. This one's from Good Times. Recently, when we were in Kentucky, we went to Whiskey Thief. I had asked, I knew there was an involvement with Good Times and Whiskey Thief, and I asked the worker there that was helping us out, pouring our drinks. I said, what's the involvement with Good Times? She's like, we were bottling their stuff. So I don't think they were actually distilling it there necessarily, but this is, we've had a few Good Times, but I like Good Times because they do things in unique barrels and all that fun stuff. It's a limited rare release, coming in at 120 proof. This is 60% alcohol. Like I said, it's a rye. It's not, NCF. Anyone who doesn't know what NCF stands for, that stands for
Not
non-chill.
safe for work.
Not safe for work. Non-chill filtered. Non-chill filtered. And then it's a barrel strength. Well, you could figure that out. And like I said, it's a rye, and it's finished in Copper and King's apple brandy barrels and French Calvados apple brandy barrels. Calvados.
What's that mean?
Calvados.
Hey, Chavato.
Well, it's going to be appley. You know what? I'm going to give you guys the good view. We saw the good times already. I'm going to give you guys a good view of the sticker that this
Lovely lady.
club I'm part of that get some cool bottles once in a while. And let's give it a nose. I'm getting a little apple pie already.
I can smell the apple.
Yeah.
Like cinnamon apple.
Yeah. Cheers.
Let's run it down my chin. Ooh, it's strong. It's strong.
This is lovely. I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
You like it a lot?
Yeah, this is lovely. Did I just say lovely twice? Does that matter?
Isn't she lovely?
I'm doing another.
That second one's better than the first one. I think the first one is the jump start to the body, and you're like, body's like, what did you do to me? And then the second one, you're like, ooh, wait, there's flavor in there. Hold on.
Yeah. Nice balance. You're not drinking an apple pie necessarily. You're like, when you hear it, you're gonna be like, oh, is it really? Is it like sweet? Is it? No. You know, not at all. Does it have like a lot of cinnamon? Not at all. It's a perfect balance right there, and it's a rye. And I'm not getting all those rye spices necessarily, but you can tell it's a rye, but it's not like in your face super rye. If that makes any sense to you.
Good with water.
Yeah.
It cuts that burn down a little bit.
I'm happy we opened it. It's very seasonal right now. I feel festive drinking this right now. I feel festive.
Yeah.
And we have the fall leaves out, which I probably maybe our next episode we'll take these now. But we're drinking a fall one, so what the hey. But yeah, solid, good one, good times, good bourbon or a good rye for that. Yeah. So solid. Back to what we were saying.
Thank you for opening that, because you had to search for that.
I had to search. We had another bottle sitting here right now, which you may use for our next episode. And I was like, dude, I have this.
Finally, I got out of it.
Yeah, I'm like, I got some like apple. So I have one coming, another apple pie version. I just ordered today from the same group. That is an Amberana and apple brandy.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like a combination of the both. So we'll get to try that at some point. That one went quick. So these guys a lot of times will post on Facebook. They say we have 50 bottles, and then it's just everyone commenting in. That means you're gonna buy it. And then I was like, shoot, I forgot about this when I looked. I counted all the ins. I was like, and I got it. So
speaking of Amberana, that was one of my regrets this trip. Is all I wanted to do. I wanted to hit Doc Crow's. We did hit Doc Crow's, but it was way too freaking crowded.
Yes.
Unfortunately for us, Pink was in town when we were in
God,
Louisville.
that's right. That is right.
The masses were there. There were so many freaking people everywhere. Pink was playing 3 blocks from where we were hanging out.
Yes.
And there was a lot of people there. And Doc Crow's has 2,500 bourbons on its menu. And I'm going through each one, and I see Amberana. And I was like... That's what I'm getting when I go there.
Yeah.
Because you don't find it anywhere else.
I know.
That's what I'm getting when I go there. I believe I waited outside. You guys
Which
walked
Amberana was
it?
Do you remember? But you saw the
Amberana.
Amberana,
So many. I just saw the Amberana. You guys walked in, and then you walked right out.
Yeah.
You're like, we can't even move in there.
No.
Which was the case with a lot of those places.
Damn you, Pink. But
Pink.
We know someone who's a lot more better than Pink, and that was Poor Man's Poison. That's all, you know. And it was, once again, it was great listening to that music with them that they had released.
So I got on a plane, which I said I would never, ever do.
John got on a plane.
It made it so much easier because all I got to think about was I'm about to meet these guys who I listen to almost on a daily basis.
Yeah. Did you?
I was like, I did pretty good.
I don't know if John noticed, but when I was trying to be very cool and collect about it, I was trying to talk to you a lot while the plane was taking off.
Dude, that was a difficult takeoff because coming back was smooth sailing.
every time we were either landing or whatever, I was like,
Landing
I
doesn't bother
was
me that much,
trying to talk to you a lot
Yeah.
just to get your mind off it.
But did the takeoff from Newark to Louisville, did that
Yeah.
throw you off a little bit? That was weird, man. Even the guy next to me is like, I've been on a plane all month, and I've never
Yeah.
felt anything like this before.
Yeah. The other guy's like, if we crash, it's just statistically,
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm like,
John's like,
"Shut
shut up, shut up, shut up.
Even the lady sitting in front of me, she kept grabbing the seat, and she's like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, there's something wrong here.
Meanwhile, I'm freaking out, but I'm trying to keep my cool because I got him next to
It's
me.
just weird. I think in Newark, there's just so many planes, and they got to
Yeah.
do a certain pattern.
Yeah.
This plane felt like it was literally on its side.
And it was a smaller plane.
Yeah, it was a small plane.
It was,
Embraer
United Express.
175. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like 60 people on the freaking plane.
It was 2 seats. To two,
It was like, you're too heavy, sir. Can you move to the left side of the plane? But at one point, I felt like we were on our side, and then I felt like we were nosediving going down.
I thought you did all right, though.
I think I did it right.
Even when we were in the rental car afterwards, I was like, so, what did you think? He's like, not good, man. It wasn't good.
No, I wasn't good. I wasn't good going up. Coming down, I was okay.
Yeah.
Up, I was fine. Coming
Yeah.
back, though, not a thing. Coming back was smooth sailing. I enjoyed every minute of it, and I can't wait to go back.
Mm-hmm. He goes to me. He was talking about visiting a friend in, was it Carolinas or something?
Yeah, Charleston, yeah.
And he's like, takes me whatever amount of hours to drive there, but to fly there, and it's probably going to be a cheap ticket.
I want 45 minutes as opposed to 13 hours.
I know.
No. I think I'm flying from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were all right. I just, my only issue personally for me was I got a little motion sickness. That was it.
And then your back started to hurt.
My
'cause those
back
seats
was
weren't
hurting.
very comfortable.
My back was hurting at the
And
end, yeah.
We paid a little extra going there. I think there was more room in those seats than coming back.
Yeah.
Right? We were closer to the back of the plane, and we
The
were
best
really
is
on each
we
other.
had our backpacks underneath. So coming back home, we ended up buying bourbon. So all we brought with us was a backpack and our carry-on. But because we bought some bourbon, we decided to check our
bags,
our
carry-ons
carry-ons
coming
so
back.
we could put our bottles in there. And then we just had our backpacks. But the funny thing is when we had to grab something from our backpacks under the seat, we're like,
Yeah,
we couldn't get it. I
I can't get the seat.
I just can't do it. I can't do it. But listen to this, though. We were in the airport. And we're walking through. We did the scanner thing coming
my
home.
God. My crotch came up red.
Had to get frisked.
I see the thing, and my crotch area is red. And they're like, what do you have in there? And I'm like, nothing.
We saw 2 red.
Like squares. But the guy goes, all right, I got to touch you. I got to pat you down. He's like, I got to go from the front. I got to go up your thighs. I got to go to the front. I got to touch you here. I got to touch you there. He goes, do you want to go in the room or do you want to do it here?
Yeah.
I was like, well, am I taking my pants off for this? And he's like, no. I was like, just fucking do it. Just do it.
Just
and
do it.
he went up. He was in places that my wife has never even been. And afterwards I go, do I have to buy you lunch now? And he's like, dude, just keep walking. I was like, all right. But you got flagged also.
I got flagged. I told them, I said, why do we have to have beards on this trip? They thought we're Arabic.
They took your backpack and they had to search it inside and
Oh
out.
my God! They went into my bag. I had all my glasses from the trip. And I bought a lot of glasses.
I wonder if that's random or if they saw something in there.
I think
don't
they
know.
saw something between the glasses because the guy who before him
I
who
had
got searched
glasses.
said the same thing. He's like, oh, I got some.
I had glasses.
Glassware. Yeah, I had a lot, but so I had in between my clothes. Now I'm going to embarrass myself. Every once in a while, it was more of a precaution. I didn't even use it on the trip. I brought Preparation H wipes. You never know. You might need
never
them.
know. When you drink and you go 8 times a day.
Exactly. You prepare for everything. So it was a woman, and she takes the preparation in between my clothes. I had it in between it looked like it was like secretive, which it kind of was. And she takes it out. She's inspecting it. She's running a wand over it. Meanwhile, I'm standing there. I'm like, oh, come on. I can't take any more embarrassment. I'm like, damn, why'd I bring those Preparation H wipes? I didn't even use them.
You ever seen this before?
Yeah. Preparation H.
You have issues, honey?
Yeah.
You got to do the potty before you leave?
Oh, I was like, I just want to go home. I just want to go home.
And that was, yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't even the worst incident of the day, but we won't talk about that. So I flew in, I flew back. I did good. I can't wait to get on another plane. Now I got the courage to go see my boys in California. Only if they play, though. Are they going to play?
we would see you guys no matter what.
We'll see you guys.
It doesn't. We don't need any concerts or any of that
you
crap.
do private
We're all
private
right. We're all right. Yeah. Just play for us.
So, like
privately.
we said, we got there the first day. We did a few distilleries. They called us when they got there. We met at a brewery.
Yep.
And we were on the way to the brewery, and we would stare at each other and be like, "What are you expecting?" And we're like, "I don't know."
We were in such a rush to get there. Our nerves kind of calmed down because we were focused on driving, not meeting them. So when we got there, it was But it was like, let me tell you, it was like meeting old friends. That's how it was.
It's like we knew these dudes forever, man.
Yeah.
We came in, we got a big hug.
Yeah.
Hello, and as soon as we sat down, we started bullshitting and drinking beers, and we ate dinner, and it was like, knew you guys forever, man.
Yeah. Then
it's not the first time. It's the first time we met in person.
But we've talked for a couple hours on FaceTime and stuff after when we did our episodes here. It wasn't just our episode. There was a lot of editing out of stuff. We hung out and talked to the guys for like at least an hour after the episode was done.
So it's funny on the way. I'm like, "What do you think, man?" I was like, "I think these guys are gonna be like really freaking tall." And he's like, "Yeah, me too." And I go, "But Dustin's probably more like my height, maybe." Because I was like, he looks like the smaller one.
I think it's because he uses the big bass.
But he uses the big bass. And I'm like, this kid's like, he's like 5'9", 5'10" still. And I'm like, dude, this is crazy.
I think he was a little taller than me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was caught off guard, too. I was like, geez, these guys are all really tall.
I just needed one short one to be with me. Mike was like...
Mike had to duck everywhere he went, I think.
No.
He was tall, man. They're all tall.
I'm short. I'm really short. I'm only 5'5". But
I
was hoping somebody was maybe 5'7".
What are they having the water out in Hanford, California, man? What's going
I
on?
go out there.
Jeez. And then you got us, shorter, chubby.
All fit and skinny.
Yeah, they're all fit and like,
we're getting up to go to the gym at 8 o'clock tomorrow. I was like, what?
I'm like, I wonder what they're serving on the breakfast menu, the continental breakfast.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to the gym tomorrow too. Jim Beam.
So yeah, we all hung out. We ate dinner that night. We got some beers at that. And one of the
best part, you're gonna say it.
What?
The best part after we left the brewery. After we left the brewery.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So we went to go look for some Miller Lite somewhere.
Yeah.
So Ryan's like, I'll go with you guys. So he gets in our car, and as soon as I turn the car on, what's blasting?
Oh.
Poor man's poison. So Ken's trying to turn it down. I'm trying on my phone, trying to shut it off because on my Spotify.
We don't want to seem like the biggest fanboys here. But that's what we listen to. I'm sorry, but that's what we listen to.
So we got it off. We played it off.
Yeah.
And then like the next day or something, I was like, hey, man. Or even that night, I was like, I don't know if you noticed, but you guys were on. He's like, I noticed. Yeah. He's like, I saw you guys. I noticed. I was like,
damn it. Fanboys, we're fanboys. We know we are.
But I kept telling him on the way, I was like, let me change the playlist. Just in case they're like outside and we're driving by blasting.
That's the first thing I thought. I'm like, John, you were supposed to change the fucking playlist.
And I didn't change the playlist.
Why did you change the playlist?
Oh, God. Whatever.
But, and I was going to say what happened. I set rules for myself before we went. And one of those rules was nothing spicy. When we went to
Don't eat after midnight.
Yeah. When we went to Jim Beam, we got these empanadas.
Pulled pork empanadas.
They were spicy.
There was a spicy sauce on the bottom.
It was the first thing I ate. I was like, damn it, it's spicy. I said no spicy food. And I'm like, not too many beers. What did we do that night? Drank a bunch of beers. Everything just went out the window. And that's why it was pretty bad the next day.
So we were out. We found a spot. The hotel was really cool. Oh, we check into the hotel, and we get our room. And we go to our room, and I swipe my key, and it's locked from the inside. Like, what the hell? So I'm trying to put my finger in.
Oh, my God, that's
that little bar that closes the room. I'm trying to push it open.
The bar was
I got, like, my credit card out. I'm trying to
finagle it open. Meanwhile, did it not make sense to the average person? If that thing is closed, that means there's someone in there.
Some dude opens the door, and he's like, can I help you? And
it's like a surfer dude, long blondish hair.
I was like, this is our room. And then he whipped out his keys, like, this is my room. And I was like, okay.
Oh, right. We'll get this straightened out. Sorry, sir.
Go back to sleep.
Meanwhile, I'm like, damn, we could have got shot, man.
Went back downstairs, and the lady's like, who's in that room?
Who in that room?
Who's in that room?
Someone's squatting.
Who's in that room? And she's telling the guy next to her, go find out who's in that room. He's like, you go find out who's in that room. So they gave us I was like, well, I just don't want that room.
They just didn't want to admit that they messed up, I think. And then we got another room. And thankfully, and then we all hung out on the patio there.
Yeah, so they let us hang out outside.
It wasn't just like a patio right outside, like the foyer of the place. It was walk through a stairwell.
Walk through the stairwell, and you had to keep the door
Keep
wedged
the door
open with a
propped
2x4.
open with a 2x4.
But we were out there, man,
Yeah.
bullshitting like we knew each other forever.
Yeah.
They were playing music. We heard
Yeah.
Dr. Villain for the first time.
I think that was the greatest thing. We clicked we clicked fast.
Very fast.
Fast, like we knew, like once again, it was like old friends, old family. You know, it was
Very
great.
fast.
Just to
Everybody was comfortable in front of each other. We talked
Yeah.
about everything.
yeah.
There was no fanboyish between us.
No, that went out the first maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I was like, oh my god, oh my god. Oh
I think
my
it was
God.
after the handshake and the hugs. We were just
Yeah.
like, this
Yeah,
fucking- all right.
yeah. So if you are fans of the band, they're absolutely chill, normal.
They're just us. They're
No
down to
one-
earth
no one-
dudes. They're just dudes.
No one that's like, snooty or stuck up or anything, or sometimes you get this impression when you think someone's relatively famous and everything that how are they going to be? Are they going to be cool, down to earth?
They're actually
very down to
They're
earth.
actually too humble, man. Because I'm like, you don't realize how many people know you
Yeah.
and love you.
I
I'm
was
like,
telling them stories. I was telling them stories about me going out to the city, I was talking to a bartender one time, and I was like, "Oh, you got to check out this band, Poor Man's Poison." He's like, "Hell's coming with me." He's like, "I know that song." He's
Yeah.
like, I know the bands." He's like, "Whatever." But I'm going to touch on that again in a few. But
So they were troopers, man. They
Yeah.
the next day, we did our tours and everything, and nobody complained.
No.
We did it all.
we didn't anticipate
Thanks
everyone
to Mike.
do
Mike,
everything.
Mike
Yeah.
drove. They rented a minivan, so we were able to all go in
Mike
one car.
was a very responsible individual. Yes.
Mike was a trooper. Yeah, that was really cool. We found that one of my highlights was them finding that music store, old school music store, which you don't see anymore.
And they bought stuff there, like we
And
said.
they were in there for a while. Like,
Yeah.
They just hung out, like talking to the guy,
Yeah.
and that was so cool, man. We went out to lunch, and then we both caught a picture, but your picture was cool, of Ryan and Dustin sitting on a bench, and you just see Dustin playing the trumpet.
Yeah,
and,
I did the black and white one. Yeah,
it was
that I posted
really
on.
cool,
Yeah.
man. It was.
Yeah.
He was playing that thing going up and down that main street.
Yeah. That was it was just a shot that I was just like, Dustin's doing something that he loves playing. He's like, he was so excited to get that instrument, the pocket trumpet, and them sitting there. It was pretty cool, man, just to see them doing what, and just to experience that.
They were in their element. It was
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
That music store had some weird shit in it.
Yeah.
And they were banjos and
Well, the guy goes, "Oh, I don't know if he said his son or someone got a hurdy-gurdy.
Hurdy-gurdy,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Tommy's like, I
Tommy-
just got one.
Tommy plays the hurdy-gurdy.
Yeah, I got the hurdy-gurdy. Guys, if you're listening, we pay attention to a lot of detail of everything. We hear everything, we see everything, we know. It's because we respect it and to the utmost, man.
They made us feel real comfortable.
Yeah.
I hope we made them feel real comfortable.
Yeah.
We had some cool conversations. Some
Yeah.
real conversations.
Yeah.
Some private conversations.
those
some
convers-
not so private conversations.
Those conversations we're gonna keep to ourselves, though. I think
yeah.
that's something that we thought were intimate between us.
There were conversations you weren't afraid to ask.
Yeah.
And we did. We asked about their music. You
Yeah.
know, some of the inspiration of some
Yeah.
songs
Yeah.
and what it takes to make it and
Yeah.
blah, blah. They introduced us to some of the music they listened to.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was
It
cool.
was really cool as far as getting to know these guys and just to see West Coast guys and
And from the minute we met them at the
East Coast
brewery,
guys.
we really we spent, besides sleeping, we spent every minute of the trip
Yeah.
together. So
yeah, we were pre-gaming in our hotel room.
Pre-gaming and post-gaming.
Post-gaming, pre-gaming, patio gaming,
yeah,
all that stuff. It's
they made it a point to meet us for breakfast the next morning before we left. Like,
Yeah.
that was cool, man. I didn't
Yeah.
expect that. That was like a nice goodbye.
yeah.
They didn't want us. They didn't want that night before to just see you guys.
We said our
see you
goodbyes
later.
though that night.
We said our goodbyes
did.
that night because we had to leave early.
We didn't.
They were leaving in the
anticipate-
afternoon. We were
didn't
leaving
expect
early,
anything.
so
yeah.
we thought they'd want to
yeah.
sleep in because
Yeah.
they could.
Yeah, I would.
And, man, they made it a point to meet us down there.
I
and-
would have slept in instead of hanging out with us for breakfast. But yeah, thanks guys, we appreciate that.
It was a cool gesture.
Yeah, but as far as the guys go, as far as personality wise, all very different in their own ways.
Different, but it clicks.
Yeah, it works with those
and
guys.
it worked with us as well. We all
Yes.
had almost the same sense of humor. We were, the wise ass, quick-witted sense of
Yeah.
humors, and we all meshed. Everybody's got a different personality, but it worked.
It worked. I mean, the one thing in common between those guys, all four of them, is their love of their music, and two is they have a passion, they have heart, you know, they have something, and I think any one of those guys would do anything for each other, you know.
And I love their mantra is like no rules. There's no rules in the music business for us. We do what we want to do. We write what we want to write. It doesn't matter who sings it. If Mike is going to sing, if Ryan's going to sing, if Dustin's going to do the backup, if Tommy's going to it doesn't matter. Yeah. They're doing what they want to do, and they're doing it right. And it was cool.
Yeah,
we sound like fanboys now, but
now we are. Yeah. But
because you look back on it, like we were talking when I got here, and we're like, dude, we hung out with like, you know, some cool guys that we listened to. Like they're right now I got the Breaking Benjamin tattoo, but they're probably my favorite band right now.
Yeah, I told them, I said, you guys are my favorite band.
It's what I listen to on a daily basis. My wife listens to. You know, it's like what's just playing.
Yeah. Awesome dudes, and like I said, back to personalities. I mean, we were calling Tommy kind of the rock star, though, right? He's kind of.
So they're all unique in their ways, right? We got Tommy's like he's the sharp dresser.
Yeah. He likes to flip tables and
to flip tables.
We're joking around.
We're flipping tables and fighting crimes up in this bitch.
We crack up about some of the very. He knows his music too, man. He knows a lot about everything different. And these guys aren't just one genre of music. When you listen to what they're listening to, a lot of it is, you know, I mean, it ranges from way different things that you would think that they may listen to, and it's just the inspiration there that they're getting. They might get a little smidgen, a little piece of one song that they say we're going to use that snippet for something we can do, maybe, like not the actual snippet.
Not use the snippet, but take that idea,
take the DNA of it and kind of like
make it ours.
Yeah, make it theirs in a way. And
then you got Mike.
Mike's a superhero.
Mike,
he's Captain America.
Probably the nicest person I've ever met in my life.
I think he is the nicest person I ever met in my life.
Captain America.
He's got. We joked around because he's like, I'm gonna go walk to the river and just take a. We're like, we joked around. We're like, he just saved a baby from some fire right now or something. That's just the kind of personality he is, and that's very chill, very like he seems like
spoken.
He can diffuse any kind of chaotic situation. Seems like, you know, and.
Yeah, we had good conversations, man. I love that dude.
Yeah, and Dustin is just a freaking.
Dustin's like a fucking genius.
He's a genius. He is a jack of all trades,
and he'll play it off like. Nah,
yeah, he's like, no, I'm not that. No,
kidding me?
No. He will. If he doesn't know something, he's gonna find out everything about it, and he's gonna dissect it. He's gonna take it apart, put it back together, and say, I just saw what you did, and he's not going to admit to it. I did it better, you know?
Even during the tours, like watching him absorb the knowledge they were given and asking the questions, it was like, this dude's really enjoying himself right now. Like
and Ryan, man, he's got a heart of gold, man.
Finally, Ryan.
He's like that one guy, like I said, he I think he's got so much heart, he would do anything for any of those guys.
I felt like, so I joking around, I told him, because the last time they were on our show, when they did Let's Go, we used his phone, so I had his phone number, and my phone, so I had his phone number, and I'm like, dude, there's some times, man, where I'm just like, let me call Ryan, and he's like, bro, call me, I love to talk. Like, I feel like I could really, if I call that guy right now, he's gonna answer and be like, yo, what's up? You know, like
very chill, very relaxed.
Maybe that's how he made me feel, and he's really like, this fucking guy better not call. I gotta change my number.
But big heart. There's very true to what he believes in, and you can tell that with him.
Yes.
If his heart is saying one thing, he doesn't care what you're going to say. If you disagree, he's going to stay true to what he feels.
I think that goes for all of them. They're almost like no fucks given. Like, this is us. You take us or you leave us.
Yes.
You listen to us or you don't.
Yes.
We are who we are, and that's it.
Yeah. Awesome people. And one of the cool things, you know, now that we've admitted that we're coming across as huge fanboys on this, but you know, we had to say
we're going over our
we
experience,
had to say,
man. That's probably one of the coolest things we've done. Like,
yeah.
It's besides marriage and children. This is fucking cool, man.
You know, this is the coolest thing I've done.
Probably over marriage and children. I'll give you my kid if I could do it again.
No, but one of the things we were at this was when we were in Louisville. We went to Howl at the Moon. It was
Fourth Street Live, dueling pianos. Yeah.
Dueling piano in 4th Street Live. We
4th
went.
Street Live is like it's a part of the street that's blocked off, and it's
Yeah.
just bars and restaurants.
It
and
reminded me of
walking
Power
everywhere.
Plant in Baltimore.
Yeah, Power Plant in Baltimore. Maybe Memphis or like Beale Street or something.
Yeah, but that's not
as
blocked off,
popular.
though,
But
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Never been there, but
I have been there, but yeah, but it was a cool spot, and
smaller than all that, but it was fucking awesome.
a lot of requests for music and everything, and at one point, we were all curious. We wanted to see if they know who.
Well, wait, they played
Dead South.
They played Dead South, and the guy whips out the banjo, and he even said nobody's gonna know this.
Yeah.
And we're like, we know it.
Yes.
And then
And
it
Dead
hits you.
South,
If you know Dead South, you have to kind of know Poor Man's Poison.
It's similar in ways.
Yeah, it's not the same music, but
I mean, Poor Man's
they're
Poison's
more.
better.
I think they're more. I don't know if they're more popular. Yeah, I mean, their songs to me are better.
Yeah, Poor Man's is definitely better. But I ended up going up to the one guy, and I said, because I want to see if they can play some Poor Man's. I'm like, it'll be pretty freaking cool if they can do it. And I go up to the guy, and I said, do you know what Poor Man's Poison is? And the guy goes, hell yeah. He's like, that's like my favorite bands, And I'm like, can you guys play any Poor Man's Poison? He's like, he's like, I know their stuff, but it was
other people.
There was a lot of other people involved, and it was one of those things. Like, I don't know if he just wasn't confident enough to say that everyone would be able to do it. He probably, because I did tell him, I was like, they're here right now. And maybe he's like, part of him was like, I don't want to play because if I screw this up and they're here.
But when you said that, he's like, no.
Yeah. He looked at me. He's like, you shit me, man?
Yeah.
I was like, no, they're here right now. And then I'm like, wow, this guy obviously is a big fan. The band is so freaking cool. I was like, do you want to meet them? I'm sure they'll be cool with it, And he's like, yeah, I do. Yeah,
You made that guy's night.
Yeah. Do you remember his
And
name?
you made their night.
Yeah. I think they were, it's something.
Because that's another thing we kept saying. You guys don't realize how many
how
fucking people know you.
Yes. Yeah.
You're so humble. People know you.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is, these guys are coming from Central California near Fresno, and we're in Louisville, Kentucky, and that just goes. And once again, I said, I've been talking to people in New York City, and people know who you are. So I thought that was awesome, and I forgot the guy's name, though.
Crow. Solomon Crow.
Solomon Crow?
And he actually has his own music on Spotify. He
Yeah.
gave them a CD, and his music, it's the banjo. It's sounded pretty cool, man. So shout out to Solomon Crow.
I haven't checked it out yet. I haven't checked him out yet.
How to tag you? I think I looked you up on Instagram. Don't think I saw you.
Yeah.
But if this gets back to you, man, good shit.
Yeah. And
you made their day by wanting to take pictures.
But
with
let me
them,
tell you,
and
Mr.
You made our day.
I'm going to tell you something, Mr. Solomon. Next time we're there,
You better play some motherfucking Poor Man's
you
Poison.
better play it. You guys got to practice it. You got to
Start
know it.
practicing
You
that
got to do
shit.
it well. I'm just saying. But other than that, as far as experience, when we were in Louisville, we all went to.
Oh, we did the Louisville
Louisville
Slugger.
Slugger.
Museum. We needed a little break, so we
Yes.
did Michter's, and after Michter's, like we said, that was the night in the last episode. That was we were hungover as
Yeah.
shit, man.
Yeah.
We partied at that 4th Street Live till a long time,
Yeah.
and then we went back and drank some more
Yeah.
at the hotel. So we felt kind of shitty waking up. We did Michter's, and we're like, Louisville Slugger's directly across the street. And honestly, so going on this trip, that was the one thing I really wanted to do because I'm a huge baseball fan.
Didn't seem like he did.
No, I really did, but I didn't want to bring it up because
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to drag 5 other people to go to Louisville Slugger if they didn't want to. He brought it up, and the rest of the guys were like, hell yeah. Let's go. And
Yeah.
I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah, we didn't do the tour, but we still
There was no
saw
need to
them.
do the tour.
We saw the guy making the bats or
There was a
whatever.
lot
The
of free
tour
stuff
was
to
probably
do,
more
yeah.
history things.
Yeah.
Like you'll see Babe Ruth, whatever.
Yeah, no,
he
that's
was-
okay. There was a lot of free stuff to do in there, and it was.
And we went shopping, and
Cool.
I brought back a little baseball bat
Yeah,
and,
and a bat
and
and
a
some
little
pens.
keychain bat, and we brought back quite a few things. And those guys got some stuff too.
Took
and
pictures in front of the big bat outside.
That was cool.
It was cool.
That was cool.
And then we did lunch. It was a very good lunch, actually.
Yep. I got the grilled cheese sandwich, but they put that and it was delicious. It was delicious, but unfortunately,
I only
sautéed
ate
onions
half.
do not get along with me.
I only
It
ate
kind of
half.
made it tough on me the rest of that day
Yeah,
because I just heartburn and stuff.
yeah.
and well, alcohol probably didn't help either. But then that night that was the night of the Pink concert, right?
That was the night of the Pink concert. We actually
We didn't go to the Pink concert, but
we
yeah.
didn't go to the Pink concert. We did 2 in the Pink. No Pink at all. We actually went to a comedy club that night.
Yes.
With the guys.
Yeah.
They're into comedy. I'm
Yeah.
into comedy. And we saw Jay Farrow. I think he used to be on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, that's an old guy.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
We
he
had
was
some
funny.
Bourbons there.
I think I like the opening guy the best, though.
Yeah, but the guy was better. Yeah.
Yeah.
The second guy bombed. He was like a local.
He was awkward. He was awkward.
He got on the stage and he knew he was kind of
I
a bomb.
think that if we were hanging out with him, I think as far as hanging out with someone, he would have been the best because he would just throw some random stuff out there, and you would have been catch you so off guard that you just want to laugh, But
we did Whiskey Row, which is all the bars. We went in and
Yeah.
out of a few bars. We'd have a beer here.
Yeah.
Bourbon.
and this was our final night there. Yeah.
It was our final night. We went hard that night. I introduced the guys to White Castle. Well, Dustin.
No.
Dustin
said I need to have White
he needs
Castle
to try it. Yeah, he never
before
had
I
one before,
leave.
so he got
He
it.
watched Harold and Kumar go to White Castle, and he's like, I got to see what this White Castle's about.
Yeah.
And he ordered like a bunch of them.
He ordered like 20.
And John, you had one, right?
I had 3.
I refused to
I
have
had
any.
3.
I refused to have any. I had some French fries though.
Ryan refused until we were feeling pretty good. He's like, "Fuck it, give me one."
Give me one of those sliders.
We met Terry. Thank you, Terry. We won't say anything more than that, but thank you, Terry.
Terry's a man.
Yeah, it was a good time. When we got to Louisville, though, one of the funny things was we pull into the hotel. We just get there.
Yeah.
And we pull in. We got to check in, and Dustin's with us. And as soon as we get out of the car, there's a Shell station across the street. And all you hear over the loudspeaker is, "Man in the hospital gown, you cannot buy crack on the premises. Please get off the premises or call the police." I'm like, where the hell are we?
Oh, yeah, we were like, okay.
Where are we right
Check,
now?
please.
Yeah. And then some lady got out of the car,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Oh, you guys are going to like it. You got to go here. You got to go there. There's
Mhm.
speakeasy there, speakeasy there." So we didn't get to hit it all. So we got to go back.
There's probably a bunch of details we're missing, but,
If we were to do it again, though, I think I would do Louisville first for just one night, maybe. I don't know.
and then do Frankfurt.
And then
for the
just
rest of
Frankfurt for the rest of the day.
I kind of, or the
or
opposite.
even Louisville on the last
Yes,
night. But
I'd like to be able to leave and drive less than 10 minutes to
that's
get to
true.
the airport.
I just don't want to. I don't want to stay in Louisville for too
Yeah.
long.
I was shocked when we were leaving, and it said, I think it was like 7 or 8 minutes,
That's all it was.
and I was like, wow, that's really close. But on another note, we thought,
How about
what's up?
also in Frankfurt? We did Bourbon on Main.
Oh, yeah. That was the second night, right?
That was the second night.
That our
the
waiter
was pretty cool.
was
A little special,
he was
all about himself.
yeah, he was a nice guy, but as far as the service goes,
If anybody knows me, my kryptonite is eggs,
yeah,
especially deviled eggs or egg salad. And these guys ordered 25 fucking orders of deviled eggs. And like, you want some?
guys, those were good, and I enjoyed them.
It was so hard for me to sit there
watch
and
us
act normal,
eat eggs and
watching them
eggs
shove eggs in their
and
mouth.
eggs and eggs.
In my head, I'm like, I'm like, just play it cool, John. Nobody knows.
I'm
Play it
thinking
cool,
the
John. Nobody knows.
deviled egg cream filling out of it.
Just thinking about it now.
Yeah.
I don't do eggs. Like, you want one? And they're like putting it on them. I'm good. No, just take one.
And then we went to that bar, and it was like
That was weird.
it was a
We
unique.
did not belong there.
No, we did not belong there. At least,
But
yeah.
I don't.
I don't want to speak for everyone
don't
else. If
think
they
that
felt
was
like it was,
I don't think there's a place where anybody. There was a weird mix of people there.
yeah, it was very interesting.
All the people in Frankfurt are like college buff guys, or a little on the more not so nice looking side.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that it was their tree lighting that night, so they had like a street festival. And we're like, what the hell? We're looking to go get hammered and drink beers, and there's like kids eating kettle corn and shit. And we're like, where the hell are we right now?
I
We
kind of
didn't
wanted
get
some
to
kettle
do
corn.
the bourbon library. We'll do that
Yeah.
next time.
Yeah. There's only so much. Listen,
Dude,
we
you
had a
you
list.
can plan for shit.
We had a list of 1 million places. It didn't mean we had to hit them
You
or
just
go,
couldn't fit
go
it
to
all
them.
in.
But it was just like if we have time, let's do it.
You could not fit everything in.
But this beer that we're having today, on this note, is symbolic of our trip. I feel like because this is a collaboration of Other Half, which is East Coast out of Brooklyn, New York. I mean, we've been to Brooklyn many times. We're East Coast guys,
Brooklyn.
and Monkish, which is out of California. And Monkish is what is that near
L.A.
or San Diego? It's somewhere around there. But it's not necessarily where these guys from Poor Man's Poison live. But we figured this would be a cool one to have because what's the name of it, John?
This is called JFK to LAX.
Yeah.
So we really did EWR to Fresno, like Newark to Fresno, but same
Close
shit.
enough, guys. Close
JFK
enough.
to LAX.
It's California, and
so this is a high-density hop-charged triple IPA. Whew.
This was a release that Other Half had put out maybe a month or so ago, and I ordered it online, and it was very limited, and it wasn't really cheap either. John got some.
Yeah.
Our buddy Jay got some. Dom got some. We kind of split it up, and we're all like, wow, these weren't really that cheap, but whatever.
This is 10.2%, so it's a little high.
Yeah.
But it's Monkish and Other Half, so you can't go wrong.
Yes, but I'm gonna say cheers to.
I gave you a little more because you're staying here.
I'm not driving.
Even.
Cheers to you, John. Cheers to Dustin, Tommy, Mike, and Ryan. Awesome time. Awesome people.
Epic, man. We'll never forget it.
We'll never forget it.
You guys probably forgot about us already, but we'll never forget it.
We're ready for round 2.
Yeah, where are we going next year, boy?
Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Wow, that is not a 10.2% beer.
We couldn't have picked a better beer to commemorate what we did, man.
That's
this is
scary.
Freaking awesome,
That's
man.
scary.
This is really, 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 really good.
It's really, really, really scary.
Yeah.
It's 10.2. And
that is 10.2.
It goes
does
down like
not taste it smooth.
6.
Smooth sailing on this one. I mean, I'm getting some nice pineapple notes. Oh man, it's not overly hoppy, not overly bitter.
It's not boozy at all.
I can see why they charge what they charge for these bad boys.
Yeah,
really good, man.
Wow.
Yes, and to you guys out on the West Coast, check out Monkish. Monkish is like, to me, it's like what probably on the left coast, it's probably the top
best. Yeah.
Between that and Russian River, I mean,
yeah, I'd probably go with them.
I mean, but we don't.
Well, I've had more Monkish than Russian River.
Yeah, it's not we live out there, but this is really good juice, really good stuff.
So let me ask you before we go, who was your favorite guy?
That's messed up. That is messed up.
I mean, they told me before they left I was their favorite, so I just thought maybe we'd have our favorite.
Well, they thought you were a little special, I think.
They thought I was special. No, I'm joking.
They're like, Ken has a backbone. He can take this. No, I'm joking.
No.
But
that didn't happen.
No, they were all awesome, man. There's no. I mean, we all clicked. There were so many times where me and Mike could be talking, or me and Tommy could be talking, me and Dustin could be talking.
We both had moments with each one of them.
Yes.
Separately. How cool was that, right?
Yeah. We could sit there and talk to each one of them, and it was like. It was amazing becoming friends with you guys. I mean, we were kind of friends before, but this was just kind of sealed the deal between all of us.
Now we're homies.
Yeah.
Let's do this again. Maybe we do an annual trip. We do every other year, something where we can get together. We'll find a different spot. I want to go to California now. I want to see where you guys come from. I want you to show me around.
You guys forced John out of his shell.
You forced me out of my shell, man.
He will do it now.
I fly for you. I fly for you.
I don't know that one.
I don't know that one either.
I believe he can fly, though.
I believe I can fly now.
Yes, and he can pee on little
I can
kids
touch the
like
sky.
R. Kelly.
But if you guys ever play a show,
guys,
listen, guys.
I completely understand. Don't listen to John.
Listen to John.
You know what you're doing.
Listen to John.
No.
Listen to John.
All right.
Little John. Yes.
Anyway.
Even if you guys decide to play one show, I'm gonna be there. I don't care if you're in the freaking Australia. I don't care where you are. I will be there.
You know how long a flight to Australia is, right?
Don't matter.
All right.
I gotta go see my boys.
Yeah.
Let's get together soon on the podcast again.
Sorry,
we'll ship some beers over.
We're getting a little tipsy.
I think we should do another Drinks with Poor Man's Poison.
Yeah.
Miller Lights only.
Yeah.
And bourbons. And I look forward to seeing you guys again and talking to you guys soon.
Yeah. John, cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
As always, cheers to you guys. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys. Peace.
What's up, guys? It's Ken, John, and we've got Tommy and Dustin. You know, these guys from Poor Man's Poison. We're over in Kentucky, as you guys know. Right now, we're at Buffalo Trace Distilling, And right behind us is the famous or infamous Warehouse C, you know, because of the whole tornado situation that happened here. What's up, guys?
Did you guys enjoy this tour?
Yeah, you guys have fun or what?
It was a good
Cool
time.
to ask.
Yeah.
We got to meet Freddie.
Yeah, Freddie, we met Freddie. That was cool.
My favorite thing is the way he departed, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go make memories.
Go make
Yeah,
memories.
yeah.
Then he scattered off. into the
Everything this guy
sunset.
says is so
Inspiring.
Exactly.
Inspirational.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
should live on a mountaintop.
Yeah, he's a man.
We already did our tasting. We did our tour.
Yeah.
And we just want to show you the grounds real quick.
Yeah, here's a quick look. That's where the store is there. And that's a parking lot.
There's a golf course.
And here we are again, right there, making you guys dizzy. Awesome time, good time, great
Get on
times
in.
with these guys. We're having a blast.
We got
Cheers.
more to come.
Yeah, more to come. All right, guys.
Salute.
Later.